Hi, it's Make It Month 12. I've had quite a few comments and people messaging me about the charcoal block that we were carving into and making balls on and doing rudimentary castings into earlier in the week, because in some countries you can't get them. So I thought I'd come up with a little plan of how to make it accessible for those people who either can't get their hands on a charcoal block, or it's just really difficult to get hold of one, or you just don't want to spend the money on one, because like I say, they're a few pounds and they don't last a huge amount of time. So I thought I will try and see if we can do the same thing but with my old trusty potato. So I'm going to give it a go. Wish me luck, because if this works then in theory anyone can have a go, which would be good. Super cheap. Right, the first thing I need to do is to cut this. So I've got chopping board, kitchen knife. I'm going to cut it in half, like so. But at the minute they sort of rock around, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the one that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to cut a little flat face on it, and then that way it will sit nice and still. And then next up, in fact I think I'll use this one to try and make some balls first, and then we'll try carving into it and see if that works as well. I've got my potato on my soldering block. I'm going to use my little torch just because it's easier for you to see it on camera. And now the first thing I'm going to do is, because the potato is quite wet, I'm just going to burn it. I'm just going to scorch the surface, dry it out, and it will start to turn like charcoal. So it's starting to go. Now this would be a lot quicker with a bigger torch, but like I say, it's just easier for you to see the flame on camera with this one. One burnt potato. Switch this off. Right, I've got some silver scrap. I've got it in my borax dish, and I'm going to pop it onto the potato. Okay. There we go. I'm going to turn the torch back on. And then I'm going to melt my silver. One little ball. There's another one. This one's a big one, so it might take a bit longer. Now as you can see, it's not really smoking. It gave off a tiny bit initially, so it's only a teeny tiny bit, but if at all worried, then do this under extraction, or make sure you've got a window or a door open so you've got some airflow coming through. And that one is one where I carved a little hole into it. So the same way I did with the charcoal block, I just gouged out a little hole, so that one should come out perfectly round. So I'm going to quench these in cold water and then pop them in the pickle, clean them up, and I'll show you how they came out. Here I've got the other side of my potato. I've cut the base off again, and this time I'm going to carve a little recess into it. So I think I might go for a little heart shape. I have to use my knife. So it's sort of the opposite of potato printing. So anyone who did that as a child, or even now, because it's become a really popular way to make your own wrapping paper by carving into potato and using it to paint onto the paper. Oops, cut a bit too far. If you had some proper carving tools, this would be a lot easier, which I do have, I just don't know where I put them. I've got some wax carving tools. So I'm just going to persevere with this and carry on carving out my little heart shape. Use a burr as well. So same as before, I've got my potato, I'm going to light my torch. I'm going to dry it off, so just scorch the surface a little bit. And like I say, though it doesn't give off a huge amount of smoke, it does give off a little bit, so you might want to use extraction, or just make sure you've got a door or window open with a bit of airflow. The best thing about this technique is it makes your studio or house smell like chips, which is always a good thing. Okay, so it looks like there's smoke here, but it's actually steam from the moisture of the potato. I'm going to put my scrap silver onto it. And same as when we use the charcoal block, when this melts it's going to need a little bit of pressure to, or we might even use the potato, a little bit of pressure to push it down into that heart recess. So I'm going to go back in, melt my metal. Move the camera a bit closer so you can hopefully see better, but this is starting to melt. And there it goes. So I'm just going to knock it into the hole and put a bit of pressure. There we go. So again, I'm going to cool this, clean it, and I'll show you how it comes out. Little heart's out the pickle, so I'm just going to saw it same way I did with the K the other day. So I'm just sawing away the excess silver. You could file this, but it would take a lot longer. When it gets to the chunky bit, it tends to stick, so just take your time. And wax your blade. That's better. Ooh. The saw blade broke because I'm using saw blades that are far too fine for what I'm doing. These are number 0/6s, so it's normally for thin sheet, and they break very easily, but I'm not sure where my number 2s are. They would do a much quicker job of cutting this out and much less likely to break. But as long as I'm gentle and careful while using this, the really thin saw blade will do the trick, as you can see. Just need to make sure I've got my work really well supported. And there we go. That's some of it off. Got a bit more to do around these edges, and then I'm going to give it a little file as well. So I've given it a little cut with the saw and a quick file, and just popped it back in so you can see the mould now covered in charcoal. One little heart cast in a potato. So it's a little bit lopsided, but that is more to do with my carving ability when I was just hacking at the potato really quickly than the potato's ability to do casts. But as you can see, I've got one little teeny tiny silver heart now, and if I move this down a little minute, and then teeny tiny balls. So lots of silver balls that we cast on the surface of the potato to begin with, and one's perfectly round where I made the little recess. Here we go, little balls. This one at the back is perfectly round to the point where it keeps rolling away. That's the one where I carved the little recess into the potato. And one, oops, little potato heart. I'm going to say a bit lopsided, but that's because I just hacked at it with a knife, and that's the remainder of the recess. So it just goes to show, like I say, you don't need anything expensive to do casting. I just use the teeny tiny torch, which I know most of you have, or something bigger, which would be quicker, and a spud. Humble potato. Great as an alternative to a charcoal block.